After lengthy negotiations, I've agreed to let my daughter join the guard. It's better than the smugglers anyway.
I must thank you, mercenaries. It was only through our meeting that I realized an adventurer's life isn't for me.
Thanks to our dear's good work, this island has been relatively spared from pirate attacks. But instead of thanking her, our young people complain of boredom.
Hearing what my daughter had to say about you, I've changed my mind. Mercenary work is the way forward. I even paid her way to Gothenburg so she could join the Brotherhood.
Having children comes with too many restrictions and worries. Look at me. Do I look happy and free?
Young people today don't know what it's like to live with fear in the pit of their stomach. They didn't have to live through Mir's curse. Honestly, mercenaries, don't waste your time with that crown. No one gives a damn. The people are eating their fill, the pirates hardly ever attack us. Whether Dia Saiba wears the sacred crown or not, we'll respect her all the same.
Never has a Dia of Tebessa dared to appear before her people without her crown. How could anyone respect her authority? We'll sink into anarchy and barbarism.
Do you know why the pirates never attack this island, mercenaries? Because we track them, capture them. We force them to tell us where their hideouts are, then destroy them. The other Dias are happy to just steer away from their shores. But as far as I'm concerned, that's a cowardly attitude. I'd never let someone rip me off without reacting. The crown belongs to Tebessa. And I'll kill every bandit and pirate in the archipelago if that's what it takes to get it back! I'd never let someone rip me off without reacting. What? You've recovered Hasura's crown! You can't believe what this relic means to my people. No reward would be enough for what you've done for us, but I hope you'll be satisfied with this token of our gratitude.
You saved us all! You're heroes, mercenaries!
I would have sold that if I were you. Only the Dia and her elderly advisor care about it.
With this crown, I intend to double our efforts to destroy any pirate who dares approach our shores.
I'm trying to impress my mother-in-law by making a meal from her homeland, but I don't know much about Irian cuisine. You travel a lot. Surely you know what they eat. Could you show me how to make one of their traditional dishes? I'll trade you for a Belerion recipe. You travel a lot.
My daughter could have married a guard or a priest. But no, she had to fall for a miller. Look at that incompetent fool. He's been battling with that pot for hours. My husband is really getting carried away. After all, he didn't marry my mother. He encourages her by going along with her every whim.
You travel a lot. Surely you... Well, that doesn't look easy to make. I'd better get started right away. Here's my family recipe. It's delicious with a splash of rum. Let's see if I can figure out how to combine all these ingredients into something halfway edible.
My daughter could have married a guard. Look at that
Your ship is perfect for an expedition to Ferath. Let's get going, mercenaries. We'll sail the high seas as bravely as Belerion Halios himself.
The archipelago's inhabitants...
My master hopes that if he can...
Mercenaries, it's time to go our separate ways. Thanks to you, I'm going to learn what became of my illustrious ancestor, Belerion Halios. The archipelago that bears his name will finally know how his tale ended. It's hard to express all the emotions I'm feeling, but I can at least give you this reward. I'll be sure to cite all of your names in my book. What would you say to an even better reward? If you decided to stay with me a little longer. Good. That's reassuring. Not that I think this island is cursed. It's just, I imagine there are various wild beasts here. Let's look for my ancestor's shipwreck. According to the scrolls I've managed to gather, it has to be on this island. Look, mercenaries. It's the wreck of the Empress. My ancestor's ship. I'd recognize my family's coat of arms, even at the bottom of the sea. We need to get closer. I have to know what happened. A battle worthy of Belerion Halios himself. If his spirit still haunts the archipelago, as they say, I'm sure he was watching with a smile. Now that we've got the place to ourselves, let's have a look around. Surely those sirens must have kept the ship's treasures. If we find them, we'll learn what glorious death Belerion met. And then all of Edoram will be fighting to hear my story. What a strange weapon. Let me have a look. By St. Giroux. Is this the sort of weapon they used 300 years ago? It looks a bit like a spear, or one of those Irium ballista bolts. Let's keep looking and see if we can find anything more interesting. What have you found? My ancestor's diary. Let me see. Unbelievable. It says here that Prince Belerion Halios fought a sea serpent with a weapon of the ancients. That man was a truly extraordinary hero. I can't wait to exhibit these treasures in my manor. Too bad you had to destroy that fang. It was the only proof of the monster's existence. Well, mercenaries, I think we found what we came for. Let's go back to my place to celebrate. My wife will be thrilled to see you. It's the sea serpent. The creature my ancestor fought. The one who defeated him. Run! Let's just get as far away as possible and pray to the Eye and St. Giroux that the monster hasn't seen us! No, we mustn't flee, mercenaries. We must warn dear Hecate of what we've seen here. We must be worthy of Belerion's legacy, protecting and serving the archipelago. Bring me back to Perbast, for I know what I must do. Thank you for coming with me, mercenaries. I'll warn dear Heket. My ancestors' relics and my own testimony should be enough to make her understand the mortal danger facing the archipelago. The time has come for me to bid you farewell. And here, with my gratitude, is the reward I promised you. Belerion himself would have been pleased to have companions like you.
Well, well. The mercenaries finally deign to honour us with their presence. Well then, Hector Halios, do go on with your tale. The Dias Assembly is listening.
Yes, the sea serpent. Now that the mercenaries are here, they can confirm it. We were still in the mists around Ferroth Island when suddenly it lunged up from the depths. The monster swallowed a whole ship before our very eyes. Dias Assembly, this creature is what's been attacking the people of Belerion. We must destroy it, as my ancestor attempted to do, and...
This is ridiculous. Dear Heket, did you really summon the Dias Assembly to listen to such wild fantasies? Pirates are to blame, that's who. All of our thoughts should be focused on destroying them.
But if your thoughts weren't so focused on that, you'd realise that the pirates are suffering unexplained losses as well. That sea serpent may be...
And how would we even fight such a huge monster? If what this man says is true, we may as well leave the archipelago right now.
But that's just it. I found the weapon my ancestor used. According to his diary, he found it in the tomb of the archipelago. I'm sure it could defeat the monster if we understood how it worked.
The weapon of the ancients? Don't you think it's time you showed it to us? Why has Hector Halios kept this weapon hidden?
Bring out my ancestor's weapon. What if those accursed Dias refuse to give it back to me? It's up to me to fight the sea serpent. I have to finish my ancestors' work. All they have to do is give me ships and men. Why, I only needed you for a very short time. Just because I couldn't take on some sirens doesn't mean I can't handle a sea serpent. All right. I suppose you're probably right. Take Belerion's spear, but be careful with it.
Why has Hector Halios kept this weapon hidden? It's true. This is clearly ancient craftsmanship. There were others like this in Iraq before Mia's curse buried them under the ice. This is no ordinary spear. Take a closer look. It's a bolt for an enormous ballista.
In that case, we'll need the launcher. If Belerion found this bolt in the tomb of the archipelago, then the ballista will most likely be there too. Mercenaries, the Dias Assembly will pay for this expedition if you agree to bring us the ballista or some way of building it. Hector Halios will join you, as he seems very eager to follow in his ancestors' footsteps. We shall not deny him this privilege.
All of this is preposterous. We should be concentrating on the pirates, not on some imaginary monster.
Mercenaries, is this what we've been looking for? By the beast's fangs! How are we supposed to get this thing out of here? It's impossible. Now I understand why my ancestor only took the bolt. Maybe if we study this machine closely, we can find a way to build one like it. Now I understand. Maybe if we studied... Now I understand. Maybe if we study this machine. This tablet. I'm sure this is the key to the mystery. Look, it looks like technical plans. Can you decipher it? We must understand what the ancients wrote here. It might be the only way we can build that ballista. Belerion Halios' quest now rests on your shoulders. I'm going back to tell dear Heket of our discovery. Join us once you've decoded the artifact. Don't leave without Belerion's spear.
I heard that you translated the plans. Are the rumors true? So we have an ancient weapon of war in our possession. Even if you were lying about the sea serpent, we'll at least have something to scare off the pirates. Once you've built this ballista, join Dia Ninsun at the shipyard. She'll be in charge of organizing our forces. You and Hector Halios will be part of the expedition. The lack of consensus in the Dias Assembly means I can't mobilize the whole guard, but I can use the treasure of Perbast to pay you.
I voted against your sea serpent theory. Mobilizing the Tibetan Guard to satisfy the ego of a man like Hector Halios, it's simply out of the question.
One crack in the hull and your ship is done for. Never skimp on upgrades and repairs,
My speciality is fig.
I've agreed to lead the men against the creature. Its existence may be debatable, but certain evidence has convinced me to see things your way. Dear Heket's daughter has gone half mad after a monster supposedly devoured her boat. A smuggler's ship was found torn open from stem to stern. And then there are those pirates who accused Zorlin of destroying their fleet. Not to mention, I can't stand Dia Saiba. Making her angry is always a treat. Let me know when you're ready and I'll give the launch signal. In that case, I think it's time we got going, mercenaries. The guard and I are heading for Farath. You can guide us through the mist.
My speciality is figure.
Alazar's a nasty place.
I don't see anything, mercenaries. No trace of the sea serpent. Are you sure this is the right place? Oh, by the gods! Hurry, mercenaries! Attack that creature! I can't believe we made it!
Mercenaries, you've defeated the Sea Serpent. You're heroes, legends.
Absolute legends. The jugglers and bards will sing about this battle for generations.
You'll have pride of place in my book. Your names will be known throughout the Five Kingdoms.
I'm proud to have been at your side. This victory will bring more stability to our people than you can imagine. It will show those whose hearts have remained in Arra that our history is still being written. Thank you, mercenaries. Words cannot express my gratitude and profound respect. I can only hope that you will find this reward worthy of your efforts. We're going back to Pabast to spread the news and bring Hector Halios to safety. After that, I'll make my way back to Zorlin. You will always be welcome there.